Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Omaha, Nebraska. My name is DJ Johnny Feelgood, and we are here live for episode 9 of MPWF WAR. Last night, the Annihilation brand held a great CPB and bragging rights, and I really hope that you guys make sure that you tune in to watch that event, ladies and gentlemen, and make sure that you subscribe to this channel after watching this show, ladies and gentlemen. But right now, I'm about to announce a huge main event that will take place later tonight here on WAR. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. The two men who will be taking part in a triple threat match at MPWF Sparxx, where Tennessee's puts his money in the bank on the line. He will face a man who he attacked 2 weeks ago, Helios Christ, and that's right, Tennessee's has returned from his suspension, ladies and gentlemen. But right now, we're gonna kick things off with singles competition. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, with the first contest of the evening here tonight on MPWF WAR. Ryan Sparx is actually making his singles debut here on WAR for the first time. He hasn't had a singles matchup here on WAR yet. Like I said, they've been picking up impressive victories on Superstars, and in fact have came out and challenged the current tag team champions of Gothic Society. Meaning Ryan Sparx and Tony Sparx, that is, the two Super Sparxx Brothers, who are looking to become the next MPWF tag team champions. I mean, they have not really said much in recent weeks here, but I mean, they told that the Gothic Society that they better beware because they're coming for the belts, and now Ryan Sparx, who is one half of the Sparxx Brothers, has an opportunity to show exactly why they deserve a shot at the MPWF Tag Team Championships. Like I said, that would be a good match between those two teams if we get to see it. And well, maybe Ryan Sparx needs to pick up a victory tonight to perhaps secure that spot for those MPWF Tag Team Championships. And here comes one half of the MPWF Tag Team Champions, Great Britain's own Dagger, making his way to the ring, who is one half of the Gothic Society with Shift. And Shift last week picked up a victory over Jim Jocko, a team who SBM, they've been feuding with Roscoe Jenkins and Jim Jocko for quite a while here, and I guess it's time to move on to a new tag team here on MPWF WAR. In the Super Sparxx Brothers, Dagger, we had comments with him before the show. He says that he's ready to defend his titles against anyone. Him and Shift, they'll beat anyone here on the WAR roster. Tonight they actually think that the tag team titles should be on the line, but it's been scheduled that we'll have a one-on-one contest. So if it was up to the Gothic Society, they would have the tag team titles on the line against the Super Sparxx Brothers. So this should make for a good athletic contest between these two members of the WAR roster here tonight. Ryan Sparx and Dagger are going on one-on-one competition. And oh, nice nip up there by Ryan Sparx. Ryan Sparx, a member of the MPWF Car Contest, placed third in that competition and has, like I said before, been quite successful with his brother Tony Sparx here in the MPWF. And a big kick there by Dagger. And now Dagger catching Ryan Sparx in a headlock. And again, about more fan appreciation, we want to ask you guys if we should do the MPWF draft, if we should have a draft the night after Starcade starting on MPWF WAR. Do you think we should draft superstars or not? It's up to you fans to decide that decision. But now we have Dagger, who's moving out the way at that elbow, and now dropping an elbow there on Ryan Sparx. And you know that Dagger would love to defeat Ryan Sparx here tonight to show exactly why the Gothic Society are the current MPWF Tag Team Champions here in WAR. And Ryan Sparx scouting that move off the top rope, knocking down Dagger. Now a big elbow right to the spine there, taking down one half of the Tag Team Champions. And Ryan Sparx has said that he is ready to show exactly what he can bring to the MPWF. He's ready to show to everybody that he will be on top of the tag team division, that him and his brother, as he always likes to say, with the power of unity, brotherhood shall prevail. And a lot of people don't seem to like the Super Sparxx Brothers. I mean, it was strange them becoming bad guys in a sense, but it was the fans who turned on them. The fans decided to boo them and decided to side with the California Dragons. Well, we saw exactly what happened to the California Dragons when you pissed off the Super Sparxx Brothers. And Dagger now knocking Ryan to the outside of the ring, and now Dagger looking to go. Oh, no, never mind. Dagger faking out Ryan Sparx there. Tony Sparx looking to try and defend his brother, and Tony Sparx there, I gotta say, may have inadvertently just knocked Dagger out the way of taking out Ryan Sparx. And I mean, the Sparxx Brothers are gonna have to watch out for that, because this match could end in disqualification. And Ryan now throwing Dagger into the steel ring steps. I said you got Shift on the other side there, who's accompanying his partner, who's not too happy on the other side of the ring, and Tony Sparx is moving up and down, watching his brother in action here on WAR tonight. Said in 3 weeks' time, ladies and gentlemen, MPWF Starcade, a joint CPV, which will feature superstars from WAR and Annihilation. It's going to be a mega event, and it's going to be great. A nice missile drop kick off the top rope there by Ryan Sparx, knocking down Dagger, going for the cover here. 1, 2, 3-0 kick out there by Dagger. Ryan Sparxx now, big kick to the gut here. Ryan Sparxx now got Dagger up here. And what is this here? A nice innovative move there by Ryan Sparxx. Hasn't got a name for that move yet, but it was pretty impressive, knocking down Dagger. Dagger with a rope break there. May have just saved himself, and he is in quite trouble right now with Ryan Sparxx. And now Ryan Sparxx, oh, never mind, a reversal there by Dagger. Nice arm drag takeover. Now big elbow there. Dagger now back in control, trying to stop Ryan Sparxx from building the momentum that he has thus far in this match. And now here's the athleticism of Dagger as he's able to show his huge vertical leap as he jumped to the top rope, and then there's a monkey flip, and Shift quite happy with that there. And now Dagger going, oh, missing the fist drop to the knee, but never mind, switching back to another monkey flip, knocking over Ryan Sparxx. And now Dagger to the top rope, springboard crossbody connects. Big move there by one half of the tag team champions, and again another springboard crossbody on top of Ryan Sparxx, knocking all the wind out of his gut. Said later tonight, ladies and gentlemen, a huge main event. We have Tendencies who will be going one-on-one with Helios Christ. That's going to be a big event, ladies and gentlemen. We saw the altercation last week between Helios Christ and the United States champion Shawn Stevens. Don't forget that next week will also be the 10th edition of WAR. It will be a big show. Nice double underhook suplex, double wrist suplex there by Dagger, and almost getting the pinfall with it. Again, next week we'll be in Tokyo, Japan, celebrating the 10th episode of MPWF WAR. And again, now Ryan Sparxx got Dagger up here in a big atomic drop there. And now Ryan Sparxx going for the cover here. Ryan Sparxx definitely showing that he has improved a lot since those pre-MPWF matches, which we saw when he was against the likes of B.O.B. and K Knight on the Resurrection and stuff. And now Ryan Sparxx again there, this time with a nice reverse atomic drop. And now Luthez pressed with the punches to Dagger, as Dagger is finding that Ryan Sparxx is quite the tough competitor, no matter what my broadcast partner Tyrese Jordan might say about him. Tyrese Jordan still suffering from his cold, unable to come back here on the commentary desk here in the MPWF. A nice forearm there, taking Ryan Sparxx to the outside of the ring. And now Dagger calling for Ryan Sparxx to get back up, as Ryan Sparxx is weak on the outside. Now Dagger going high risk there with a crossbody to the outside of the ring. Nice move there by Dagger, taking down Ryan Sparxx. And Dagger in control, and Ryan Sparxx fights back there. Eye raking Dagger in the face, and now, oh, throwing him into the steel ring post, and now smacking his head on the post. Throwing him inside the ring now. Ryan Sparxx now, for some reason, pulling out a sledgehammer from underneath the ring. And you can see Shift there, who's watching that, and Shift is telling Ryan Sparxx, asking what the hell he's doing. And Ryan Sparxx with a blatant shot to Dagger in the ribs with the sledgehammer. I guess he decided he couldn't beat Dagger the good old-fashioned way, and now decides to hit him in the ribs with a sledgehammer. And now look at Tony and Ryan Sparxx now bailing the ring, as Shift now sliding into the ring to check on Dagger here, and Ryan and Tony Sparxx leaving. And I guess this is them sending a message to the Gothic society here. I mean, he blatantly got himself disqualified. It was a dumb move, if you ask me. I'm not sure what Ryan Sparxx was thinking. But moving on to other matters here. Earlier we saw Joey Eagle and his son arrive in the arena. And it looks like we have another arrival here. Oh, good God, look at who it is. Chandrella Johnson. And you know that means one thing, Ricky Cash. And you know he's happy with his actions from last week. This man will take on Brian Adams at Starrcade for the World Championship. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, it seems that Tendencies is making his way to the ring a little prematurely. Again, announced earlier, Tendencies will meet Helios Christ in the main event later tonight, Mr. Money in the Bank. And he is irate at what has went down. At TLC, Tendencies was attacked by an unknown assailant and was stopped from being able to cash in Money in the Bank. There is someone here in the MPWF who does not want Tendencies to become the world champion. He set all of his frustrations out on Brian Barbados, Shawn Stevens, and Helios Christ last week, and also the MPWF chairman. Last week he was suspended for his actions, and then he was made to defend that Money in the Bank against Shawn Stevens and Helios Christ at MPWF Starrcade. And if some of you are wondering, why doesn't Tendencies just cash it in before that happens? Well, it is null and void. The Money in the Bank cannot be cashed in until we find out if Tendencies will retain that opportunity, or if somebody else, i.e. Shawn Stevens or Helios Christ, will now become the holders of the Money in the Bank. So as you can see, Tendencies is definitely not a happy man. Oh, and I just got in with my headset that with the arrival of Ricky Cash, Brian Adams is not yet in the arena, and Ricky Cash has something to say later on this evening. But here we are with a interview, or a promo if you will, by tendencies. But you've been punished because you took out, half the roster 2 weeks ago. So that really does suck for tendencies. He won the opportunity at WrestleMania, and now he has to take his money in the bank and put it on the line. You can't be happy about that. Or would you look at this, ladies and gentlemen? The United States Champion Sean Sugar Shane Stevens interrupting tendencies here in the ring. And coming out to the ring to a thunderous ovation, this crowd here in Omaha, Nebraska wants to see Sean Angel Blaze Stevens make his way to the ring. Last week, Sean Stevens defended his United States Championship against the #1 contender, Tommy Douglas. And we said before, there was an interesting altercation between him and Helios Christ at the end of the show. Both men definitely now who have the opportunity to be Money in the Bank want to become Money in the Bank. But there's also something that's fueling them for this match at Starrcade, and that's to get revenge at Tendencies. Tendencies wasn't on the show last week. These guys weren't able to get their hands on Tendencies. And that's probably what Sean Stevens wants to do right now. And you can see the apprehensive look on Tendencies already. And Sean Stevens, one of the most popular superstars here in the MPWF, is certainly rising to the top of the ranks here on MPWF WAR. A great United States champion, and is definitely willing to defend that championship at any time. And if anyone deserves to become Mr. Money in the Bank, it is that man right there, Sean Sugar Shane Stevens. Let's find out what he has to say to Tendencies. That's exactly right. These paying fans here in Omaha, Nebraska didn't pay to see Tendencies complain at all. Well, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, let's see a fight between these two right now. That's what I want to see. Sean Stevens and Tendencies going right at it. And Tendencies, I think, is trying to calm Sean Stevens down, but Sean Stevens isn't calm at all. And look at this on the stage is the MPWF chairman, the general manager of MPWF WAR. The chairman, I think he wants to add a stipulation to this match later tonight. Oh, that's big news right there, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of this matchup of the main event, Tendencies vs. Helios Christ, will face Sean Stevens on episode 10 for his United States Championship in Tokyo, Japan. And Sean Stevens is going to be the special guest ring enforcer for the match later tonight, ladies and gentlemen. That right there is huge news. Make sure you stay tuned and keep watching MPWF WAR.